Hello and welcome, lovely audience, back to another Gem Hunter episode. My name is Seth and you're watching Mine Your Biz. Today, we're taking a sponsored look at DefiYieldApp. Don't go anywhere. All right, jumping straight into the content. This is DefiYieldApp. Pretty straightforward. The URL is just DefiYieldApp. And the first thing it asks us to do is enter either an ENS or a Solana domain or a valid address for either EVM style chains like Ethereum or Solana. And then we can either watch that address or we can connect a wallet like MetaMask or Solflare, something that is properly hardware wallet backed, which I really like, or they give us the opportunity to do explore mode, or we can just take a look at the tool without looking at any of the balances. Just to keep things interesting, I'd rather make sure that we actually have something to look at. It shows us from this home page, right before we go to the dashboard, that there are over 350,000 users, over 17 blockchains that are integrated that can all be taken a look at a glance, and that it shows us how to, well, make informed decisions and take a look at our assets and manage them more wisely because we have not just better data, but better interpretation of that data. The various networks that they support right now are, of course, top of the list, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon by way of, protocol support. Phantom and Avalanche have come a long way, and they're on that top shelf as well. But moving down the list, they've got all of the other DeFi protocols that you would expect from a portfolio management suite that calls itself, has the audacity to call itself the DefiYieldApp. It's a big, bold, audacious claim that they are kind of a one-stop shop for portfolio management. But I've got to say, guys, after having taken a look at the platform and tried out some of the tools, I'm convinced. Now, this is sponsored content, but as you know, I do not accept sponsored reviews unless I can really dig in and really find conviction for what it is I'm being asked to review, at least on some level. So I'm pretty excited by the opportunity to review DefiYieldApp, and frankly, I regret that I didn't find it on my own sooner. I do see myself using it very, very frequently into the future. Some supported networks that they're planning to add to the platform are Polkadot, Terra, which of course will be a huge benefit to a lot of users, as well as Fuse and the Cosmos ecosystem, right? The IBC gang will be getting support on DefiYieldApp, so don't blink. These guys are developing, I think, faster than most people realize. I'm very much excited about both Cosmos as well as Terra and Polkadot, but especially Cosmos and the various IBC chains. Very excited to see support added to DefiYieldApp. They give a basic overview from this homepage here, showing us the various protocols that are supported, the fact that there are NFTs that can be tracked here as well if they're properly formed on chain as opposed to just being a platform or a marketplace specific NFT, and they're always adding those new features. Also, there is the approvals listing, so the various smart contracts that you have given permission to access your wallet, they're listed here as well. So you have something of a security canary system here on DefiYieldApp. So if there could be something going wrong, you're going to know about it just by logging into this tool. You don't have to wait for the news to tell you. If you're making a daily habit of checking out DefiYield.app, then you'll know that various smart contracts have access to your wallet, and you can actually revoke that access if you've given signing permission to DefiYieldApp. So very powerful tool in that way as well. They also have an audit database, so you can see directly the audit reports for the various protocols that you have balances for. Or if you're just interested in a project, you can see that they have the audits linked directly with over 3,400 audits that you can link directly to, as well as the Rect database, which tells you when an exploit has happened and gives you relevant links to how the exploit happened. It's such a deep tool. There are so many investors and VC funds that are interested in it, and you see a lot of the advisory board, the advisory team. These are real people who are making real moves in the DeFi space. And then they list a lot of the key opinion leaders and investors here. Plenty of names and faces that I trust implicitly that are here, and hopefully before long, this will be the definitive review that you guys view as a key opinion piece as well. But they've got so many testimonials also, financial media that's covered it, as well as a book. My gosh. Yeah, the exclusive DeFi security book. I highly recommend taking a look at that. It's free. All you have to do is give them an email address and some kind of nickname. Please don't make it too vulgar, but you can check that out. The white paper for their governance token, right, or the architecture, ecosystem, and solutions, and then the DeFi Yield Industry Experts book. I purchased this book and they reimbursed me, just for disclosure there. It's available on Amazon here, called The Wall Street Era is Over, The Investor's Guide to Cryptocurrency and DeFi, the Decentralized Finance Revolution. It was published in May of 2021, but I can just tell you it's quite relevant, even though maybe some changes have happened. And I've got my own copy that's now dog-eared and has various highlight and pen marks inside of it. I've just really felt at home reading this book. And frankly, being a person who's an educator in the space, I'm a little bit jealous that I didn't write this book. It is exactly the type of book that I would want to write about this topic, which for me is just, I hope that comes across as the compliment that I intend for it to be. It's just a very well put together book. The ratings don't lie either, right? It's 4.5 stars on Amazon. You can see that I purchased it a little bit later in 2021. There's the date right there. This is my own account that I'm logged into. So yeah, the reviews keep rolling in and they're very positive. Do look for a link down in the description of this video. That is a referral link from Amazon. I feel that strongly about it, that it's going to live permanently in my referral links on my videos moving forward. Just to say, I hope that also comes across as the vote of confidence that I'd like it to be. But for the purposes of actually putting this thing through its paces, just really, really quickly, I want to make sure that we actually get some exposure to this tool for just a couple of minutes here. Let's find an address that we can go and sneak a peek at. Well, hey, this one looks like it's promising. This is one of Vitalik's wallets. Don't tell him. Well, here's the thing. These are public ledger wallets or public ledger blockchains. So we don't need permission to go look at information that Vitalik is publicly broadcasting about his finances. Okay, let's calculate all of the net worth. You can see that growing in real time. As this is being calculated, it's scraping all the various chains. It's going to show us more and more networks as they're crawled. Now adding BSC with another $1 million of value there. And there could be more. Let's see, just over $2.3 million on this wallet of Vitalik's. Well, looks like it kind of jumped back. All right. And showing us 24-hour return. Okay, a couple things that are, nope, there we go. It finally scraped everything. That was in real time. We got to see everything come in and show us the balance of this wallet that's, that's attributed to being one of Vitalik's wallets. I don't want to make it weird. It's allegedly Vitalik Buterin's wallet. But on Ethereum, there are over $14 million worth of tokens, including Ethereum coins. And then you can see in a stacked ranking, then BSC, Phantom with not so much, I guess it's not fully stacked ranking, Avalanche with a higher balance than Phantom, Polygon, Arbitrum, XDAI, Huobi Echo Chain, and the OKX chain. All right. Other protocols that have liquidity bound up or have staked pairs or liquidity pairs are Pangolin Exchange on Avalanche, and then Uniswap V2, not V3, on Ethereum. So this is at a glance everything that is inside of the wallet that Vitalik runs. We can take a look at the transactions. This might take a little bit of time for it to crawl as well, because it's the first time that DefiYieldApp has scraped this data, and it's telling us the transactions are only compatible with the Ethereum blockchain. So we're only going to see transactions that took place on the Ethereum blockchain. But it is telling us that the all-chain net worth is still there. We got that running total up top. We can see over the last 24 hours how things have gone, and clearly they've gone well, right? 5% up, which in this case is nearly $1 million by way of the holdings in Vitalik's wallets there. But it looks like as of the time of recording, a very recent transaction took place on the 12th of January, 2022. And it looks like that was a receipt of some new tokens, and doesn't show us the value of that just yet, but we can filter by a transaction hash if we want to. We can filter by either receipt of tokens, sending of tokens, or the exchange of tokens. So intentionally signing a smart contract to exchange them, and then see what that full breakdown is that way. Clearly there are over 100 pages here of transactions between sending and receiving, but this is all only on Ethereum for right now. Okay, we can back out of this view, and at this point we can go through several other options along the left-hand column. And I don't want to go through these and give you a blow-by-blow. I already mentioned the overview before, but we can add an address book so we can create more watchable addresses. This actually is kind of worth taking a look at. Let me go ahead and just open this one up. Oh, man, I'm going to say that about all these functions. I just know I'm going to say that about all of them. But when we go to the address book, we can see right now we're watching this current wallet right now. We could add more. So let's do this. Let's go to the Ethereum rich list here. And if we really felt like it, we can go through, there we go, Ethereum dev. And now we can copy this to our clipboard. And we can just as easily throw this into DefiYieldApp as well. Now we've got a couple of watched wallets. Now we've got the Ethereum dev wallet, we've got Vitalik's wallet, and we can take a look at either one of these. We can also add some Solana wallets to the mix if we feel like it, or create a bundle of wallets. And then now we can put everything that we've just added so far. Boys. All right. And save that as a bundle. Now we know that we can watch all of that at the same time. We've got some additional options. See that we can go through and add or subtract new wallets as we need to. And as we put more watched wallets in, we can grow that list. Maybe there's a specific developer we want to watch, and we want to be able to see that they're getting the rewards that we think they deserve, and that can go into a watch list there. Maybe you're also managing, or at least getting view access to like your parents' wallets or your children's wallets or some other family member, friend, or maybe a fund that you are accountable for. And so you want to be able to create snapshots very quickly, like screenshots very quickly of that fund, spanning several wallet addresses, but anonymizing it for other people. You can do that here, right? I just, off the top of my head, I came up with a few different use cases where you might be able to make those bundles and use that to great advantage for yourself. Notable, where do you see a pricing tab here? Where do you see them asking you to pay them for this functionality right now? You don't. It is, all of this is still, everything I've done so far is available with a free account. So yeah, the address book I think is a very, very powerful tool. Just being able to add that, including the Solana wallets, or being able to connect a wallet. How would we do that? Well, the usual suspects. MetaMask, you can directly connect a Ledger or Trezor hardware wallets, or you should be able to use Wallet Connect as well. That'll help you use third-party software wallets such as Zelcore and others, right? If you have a preference there, you can just connect them very easily by connecting this way. That would allow you to sign in and do deeper things, such as go through the approvals. Mentioned that before. You can see your portfolio at a glance. You can see your NFTs at a glance, see which pools you're participating in, or see which tokens you are staking also at a glance. But I want to jump straight to approvals because I think that's one of the most important security tips or one of the most important security tools that DefiYieldApp offers its users, again, in this free account. It's really, really cool. It's only compatible with Ethereum as of right now, but we'll just go ahead and click that warning out of the way. It says your smart contracts are being checked. Thank you for your patience. Okay, got it. This is going to be loading up as we go. Now we can include zero allowances. That's funny. So there we go. Approved smart contracts. We can search for them specifically, or we can look for a given ticker symbol, right? Or contract address if we know there's a specific one that we're looking for, because as you can see, before long, this can really grow out of control. And look at the allowance rather. The allowance is unlimited on a lot of these contracts. Now, Vitalik very likely knows what he's doing here. There's very likely a lot of trust or whatever else. But if I were logged in with a wallet here, either through MetaMask or with a hardware wallet, if these were my accounts, I could click on decline, or I could click on update as needed to see what the current absolute state of that access is, that approval is. But of course, I can also just decline the access and the approval to those smart contracts if I so desire. And that would be a phenomenal OPSEC improvement for anybody using this. At least on the Ethereum blockchain, you can do that. So it's great that it's right here. If you do want to log in, if you do feel like you trust the DefiYieldApp team, you can do that. and I don't see any reason just yet not to trust them. Something else worth mentioning, I mentioned the audit database, the RECT database, and how everything is all there at a glance, but there's also the impermanent loss calculator. This is a big deal, guys. The scanner is coming soon, but the impermanent loss calculator is available right now. It's only compatible with the Ethereum blockchain, and this is not going to give you direct wallet access. That's not what this tool is for. And they've got a little how-to guide, so I don't want to belabor the point here, but and as well as a video, you can take a look at that. I very much strongly recommend that you do your own due diligence after this, but I think you're going to get a really good overview right now by watching at the end. But right now, you can very quickly, we'll use the kinds of numbers that we would be dealing with if we were dealing with the portfolio size in Vitalik's wallet or in the other ETHDev wallet. Say like $1.5 million here. We can then search for a token. We'll just say basic attention token. It's just, comes to mind very easily, rolls off the tongue, and then also DAI, right? So those are both in this drop-down list. We can also put in a token address if we really want to get custom listings there and pull in the ticker symbol as we need. We can put in a specific pool weight, and it automatically balances the other side because, as you know, liquidity pairs must equal 100%. So it's just going to automatically rebalance based on that. But then the X asset price change, that may be different for each side of the pair. Now that DAI right there is very unlikely to shift too much, maybe a percentage point or two. We're going to leave that alone for right now. And then click on calculate, and it will give us, again, without going in detail and in depth about how this actually works, the specifics of how it works. When we hit calculate, it'll take some time, and it will show us an extrapolation of the price action over various steps, right, over various periods here. So we can make better choices based on this data and what the price impact could be over time and how bad the damage can be from impermanent loss. There's more detailed configuration options there in terms of a specific weighted curve, but I'll let you go through the tutorial there on DefiYield.app for you to get the specifics yourself. Guys, I can honestly say that it's not possible for me to recommend both the tool and the book more strongly. I genuinely believe that you should at least take a look at the tool and you should try to learn how to use it. If you have questions about DeFi and you want to learn more in-depth info about how DeFi works and about, well, maybe some of just the vocabulary and some more specifics, or expand your knowledge as an intermediate person or affirm your knowledge as an advanced DeFi degen, I think that the Wall Street era is over. As a book, I think it's a must-have for anybody who's in DeFi, whether you're a beginner or you think yourself a pro. I think it's an important thing to have on your shelf. It's an easy way to get your friends and family involved into DeFi because it will help translate traditional finance concepts into a language that they will understand so they know what you're involved in and they don't ask you silly questions that, frankly, would be better put into a book geared towards beginners. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button and then the bell icon so you're notified of all new media. Let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if, based on this review, you feel confident in trying DefiYieldApp, or if you want me to expand my review or use of this app in the future. I feel very inclined to do that, guys. I really do. I feel inclined to demo the DefiYieldApp with some other accounts as we're doing any of our investigative work with blockchain and DeFi in the future. But you let me know. Have you enjoyed this? Do you want to see more? Thanks for being subscribed, guys. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face. Remember to stay private and mind your biz.